Hard to predict, but it is gusty. And this will be Keyshawn Williams who will take it at the 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting a block and then wrestled down on the play, coming through a defensive back, Chuck Clark. At the first play of the game and a 1st and 10. Rodgers back. Block in there and a quick throw. DK Metcalf is rustled out of bounds by Osai. Running back is Warren, 2nd down and 6, and Rodgers. And Warren tries to dance just a bit, breaking a tackle, finally brought down. You can run against this defense. It's been shown the last couple of weeks.
Offensive line for the Steelers is to get a quick snap here.
It's the tush push. Connor Hayward will take it. His 3rd rush of the season. He bulldozes past the 35. It is a 1st down for the Steelers. And the fake to Warren. Here comes Osai. There goes the pass. DK Metcalf. Pass midfield and a 1st down catch and run. Look at DK Metcalf on a 1st and 10 pitch. And a block out there by Anderson, the lineman. And then brought down by a couple, including Miles Murphy. 37 rushing yards past couple games. Coming off the bye. Pitch out, 2nd and 7. Warren squirts 3. Cuts into the secondary. And now it's a foot race. Then they stop him there. A hit by Turner. He can't bring him down. What a run.
Well, this is more about the blocking up front. Great job by the Steelers. You're not going to bring him down with just an arm tackle, and it's definitely not 2-hand touch. They're not close enough to be able to wrap him up, and Warren takes full advantage of it with the great blocking. I think he thought he was going to go low there, so he was going to hurdle.
Running back is Gainwell at the 12. Opening drive, 1st and 10. Rodgers, the pitch out. Gainwell. And getting a block from his tight end, Washington, and brought down on the play. Sample and others over there to make the stop. And that probably is one of the things this offense has lacked, explosive playmakers. 2nd and 8, Gainwell the back, and he gets the call. A foot race here with the rookie Carter. Touchdown. 7 of their 10 games. They had a big run of 35 by Warren, and then Gainwell will take it in on the 11-yard catch and run touchdown for the Steelers. First receiving touchdown of the season. Boswell with the extra point. 7-0 Pittsburgh. Bengals have now allowed touchdown with Rodgers at the helm. So they make a mark, and here we go. A kickoff, and it will be taken by Charlie Jones, who returned one a couple weeks ago. 98 yards on a kickoff return, and devoured by Peyton Wilson. Flacco with a 1st and 10. Brown is the back. Flacco to the air. Harris the block. Watt reads it well. Brings him down. They lose a couple on the play. Back to about the 28. Lost 1. 2nd down and 11. T.J. Watt with an alert defensive play.
Well, you're going to watch Flacco as he gets this ball. He's going to start here and then works his progression all the way across. Steelers love to play man-to-man defense, the 3rd most in the NFL. That time coming out with zone coverage, keeping everything in front.
2nd down, 11. Flacco to the twirling running back Brown. Redwell brought down. Nice play. James Pierre, who is taking the plays for the injured and concussed. 5 in the secondary. Flacco 3rd and 11. Here they come. There he goes, right at the marker, and looks like they got the 1st down.
I'm guessing because of the spot, they don't want to challenge.
Flacco again. Very little rush, only 3. And to the logo, and incomplete. Looking, they played Green Bay tough. They're 1-3 since he's been the starter. Their offense has been terrific. 2nd and 10. Brown the call. Tried to submarine and hit on the play by Kyle Duggar, the strong safety, on a gain of 4 to the 43. And that left tackle looked like he was moving Brown. No yellow. Here's a pass. Josivash, who's not doubled, is left free. Gets the 1st down pass on 3rd and 6. Another completion through the air by Flacco. 7 yards, Josivash. I'm not used to having 2 receivers getting doubled. Yes, Josivash is open here on 1st and 10. Brown swerving his way. So 2 starters out. Flacco, his start. 2nd down, 7. Off right there, Herbig. And here's the run by Brown. And then hit by Queen.
Offside. Defense number 51. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
What about this Flacco quick release?
You better get that ball out of your hands.
Chase on the move. Chase Brown gets the call. Swerving and accelerates into the secondary. He made a miss and finally brought down on the play by Ramsey. Nice swerving run. And a pickup of 15. Another Bengal first down to the 28 of the Steelers.
Well, Chase Brown's been really good the last 3 weeks, especially over 100 scrimmage yards in those 3 games. And it's the guys.
Brooks is the running back. Flacco to the air and time. Flag, as you see, and to the side. Caught by Higgins. He's in right now. Let's see what the flag is about. It is a hold on Pittsburgh. It'll count. It's a 28-yard touchdown pass to Higgins.
Higgins is just working a drag route. But watch as this play extends. He looks, he's not supposed to wheel this. But as the play breaks down, he's like, oh, I'm just going to go up the sideline. Flacco's able to find him.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense number 97. Penalty decline. Result play. Touchdown.
Flacco with his 12th touchdown pass. Here is McPherson to try to tie the game in what has been a terrific start with a lot of wind and cold, blustery weather. It is good. Tied at 7. Flag has been thrown.
Personal foul. Roughing the snapper. Defense number 94. Cincinnati elected to take it from the 2 to the 1 and try for 2.
Chase Brown in there right behind Flacco.
2-point try. Flacco has started 5 of 6, and look at the direct snap. The Wildcat. Brown can't puncture. Nice stop. Block was there.
I want to be a starter. I want to play 5 years, I want to play 10 years, whatever that may be. But then all of a sudden he saw 2 guys doing it in their 40s. He's like, well, maybe that's something I can do too. And he's having success.
Here's Jamison, who brings it up. He was just elevated, and he was brought down on the play by P.J. Jules. This is the number 29 offense. In motion there was the lineman Anderson, and the tackle is made on the play by Cam Sample. Mel, I was going to throw it back down to you for that. Yeah, here comes Gain. Well, in motion on a 2nd down and 8. He gets the pass, a one-handed grab, a block by Metcalf, and then tackled out of bounds by Oren Burks. Undrafted, but really emerging with hard work. 1st and 10, the fake there. Jones the block at the left tackle. The pump fake, the chase, and the incompletion. Looking for the tight end, Washington. Coverage on the play by the rookie Knight.
But back to your question, Kevin. He said he breaks the huddle. He starts low to high. It starts with the front. Your front tells you.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 9. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So both starting defensive ends are out today for this Cincinnati defense.
The run game, he was in the backfield, but that time just too eager jumping off sides.
2nd down, 5. Warren the back and the call. Amalo trying to get a block and a tackle by the guy you're just talking about, Miles Murphy. Kenneth Gainwell is the back. 3rd down and 2. With the handoff here, he drives a submarine. He'll be short and hit by a couple. You saw T.J. Slayton, an ex-Packer in there. Burks also combining on the stop to the 38.
Tomlin was telling us how physical that group can be.
Connor Hayward, the tush push. And he looked like he was stoned at the line. I don't think he got it.
It may be the situation Trent said where you just don't have something clear and obvious to overturn the ruling on the field.
Gainwell the back. 1st and 10. Gene, we thank you. He tries to take it inside. Hit by that rookie. Barrett Carter taking the place of the traded Logan Wilson.
But not enough to overturn it and keeps his drive alive for the Steelers.
2nd down, 8. Fake to Warren. Blocked by Washington. And incomplete downfield for Metcalf. And the coverage by Dax Hill. 3rd and 8. Into the nickel. Jones the block at the left tackle underneath. And it was caught by Austin. He's just beyond the 45. And his personal protector, Skoranek. It is windy. We don't even have any idea what these balls are going to do in the air. And it's fair caught, probably wise, by Charlie Jones. 2nd most in Steeler history. Ben Roethlisberger at 249. Here we go. End of the 1st quarter with the 1st and 10, and swerving is Brown and brought down on the play by Queen, who is the 2nd leading tackler for Terrell Austin's Steelers defense.
That is the end of the 1st quarter.
Each quarterback with a touchdown pass. Flacco with a touchdown pass earlier on, 1st and 10, and a handoff here to Chase Brown, who takes it up the middle. Tight end was back there as a back, a crossing pattern chase. He's being chased on the play by Pierre, and Wilson gets the first down. 77th reception of the season. Chase Brown is the back. And a block by Brown, the left tackle, and incomplete, looking for Jamar Chase. And shadow down that sideline by Joey Porter, averaging 40 points. Second down 10. Chase Brown, the back. Messy pocket, and he got the pass off. Josivac, his third reception. Malik Harrison makes the stop. Flacco on third down today, 3 of 3 on third down. It's 3rd and 8 right now. They need the 34. Hit once, got away. Here comes Watt. There goes the ball. It's incomplete. Wow.
They're going to get Watt, though. They're going to get Watt with a penalty. They threw it in there late.
He's out of Texas Tech, a record setter. 1st and 10. Brooks the call. Pirine is injured. Tackle made by Derek Harmon. Gene, we thank you. 2nd and 5. Chase Brown back in with a whistle. And it's against Cincinnati.
Ball start. Off at their 63. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's on the rookie and a 3rd-round pick out of Georgia, Dylan Fairchild.
Just to get a feeling of it, and he said it felt pretty good.
Chase Brown, 2nd and 10, finds a sliver, then is grabbed on the play by Peyton Wilson. He's the leading tackler for this number 28 Pittsburgh defense. And that trade with the Tennessee Titans. It's 3rd down and 6. A chip right there by Chase Brown going deep, and it is knocked away. What a play by Pierre. Replacing Slay. Comes up with a terrific defensive play. It's 4th and 6, and here comes the Cincy punting unit.
Pierre times this out perfectly. He's able to get up and get that left hand in there.
Here comes the Bengals. Maybe the best punter in the league is Ryan Rico. And he's punting here to Calvin Austin. And into the end zone. Rico with the touchback. Only the 8th touchback on 39 punts this season. Hayward in motion. Rodgers to the air. Warren in the backfield will get the call. Blocked by Hayward into the secondary. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. At the 26, 2nd down 4. It's a pitch out. Jalen Warren broke one tackle, and this defense misses a lot of tackles. Finally brought down by the rookie. And Gainwell was in the backfield going deep and looking for Metcalf. And incomplete with the coverage by DJ Turner. 2nd consecutive punt by the Steelers, who will have Waitman out there now, and deep back is Charlie Jones. The wind again, grabbing that ball, bouncing at the 25, and picked up and touchdown right there by Roman Wilson.
Difficult thing in terms of your range of motion and your strength.
Flacco to the air, blocked by Karras, incomplete for Chase, and in the vicinity was Jalen Ramsey, who is playing just his 3rd game at safety. The back is Chase Brown. And Flacco, 2nd down and 10. Play clock at 0, delay a game.
Delay game. Offense number 16. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And now he goes wide. Blocked by Mims. Incomplete for Fant. Flacco, 7 of 12. And gently to Fant, the tight end, shy of the first by a ton. And boy, was he leveled on the play by Wilson. And deep back is Calvin Austin. And looks like he's going to return it on the back pedal at about the 12. Hang time of 4-5. He escapes one grasp and then is brought down.
Those big drape coats, big coats have caught fire, right? You get too close to it.
How about that?
Yep.
After the punt from the 23, it's Jalen Warren. Nice play coming through like a torpedo. Dax Hill makes the stop and throws him for a loss. Gainwell the back. 2nd down and 11. Here comes Rodgers underneath. Freiermuth. They'll get by the defense of Carter, and it will take a village to bring him down.
Well, Freiermuth's just going to head out to the left flat. Rodgers is looking upfield and throws to him late. Almost a no-look pass if you look at where his head was located as he was throwing.
Wilson on the move. Fake to Gainwell. And here comes the rush. Rodgers whacked. Incomplete, looking for Jonnu Smith.
Not allowing anybody to kick free.
Gainwell the back, 2nd and 10. Messy pocket, escaping again. Chased by Murphy, brought down. Hit on the play by both Murphy and B.J. Hill. They don't have a lot of sacks, only the 14th of the season, only 2 of the past 3 games in the first meeting.
Kevin, I really thought once he got outside the pocket and he barely held on to the ball there on the snap, I thought right here he's just going to throw it away, and instead, with the sack.
Hill gets a sack for the 2nd consecutive game. And Murphy comes up.
Hasn't gone their way, but they felt like coming into this game they could get this thing done. They're right back in the mix.
3rd and 21. Underneath they go. Oh, the hurdling big man, Washington. And New Pittsburgh Airport, which, by the way, is about a day away. They're going to unveil that. Here is a punt by Waitman. And Jones from the 13 for the Bengals. And out of bounds, he is ushered by the special teams at their own 17. 1st and 10. Chase Brown, and hit there by Sawyer initially. And Mel, we're looking at Flacco.
Not getting too high, too low, just staying in the moment.
2nd and 8, being chased here by Sawyer. Dumps it off the running back Brown. Boy, he had a collision right there, led by Eccles. Also, Cam Hayward was in there. Jamar Chase, just 1 catch so far. 3rd and 6, Brown the block. Here's a nice one-handed catch by Chase. 1st down, and he was tripped up finally by Porter into the secondary. It's 1st and 10. The running back was Brooks. He got away from Watt, and Flacco throws incomplete. Higgins there, covered by the linebacker Harrison. 2nd down and 10. Chase Brown blocked by Hudson, and the twirling move with the tackle made by Peyton Wilson near the 41, gain of 3.
Importance of this game, he said, I'm not normally a standings or stats guy, but he goes, I thought it was important for them to understand the importance of this game.
3rd down 7. There's the time. Here's the hit. There's almost picked off on the play. Duggar had it, or almost did. Looking for Brown. Boy, the pressure was coming up the middle from Keanu Benton, right in the grill of the quarterback, Flacco.
Watch Duggar. He's going to come from off the screen here. The stumble by Chase, and then watch, he undercuts it.
Ooh.
I thought he was going to get a pick 6 when you catch it in the stride. Force another punt, though, Kevin.
Rico's going to punt with the high long snap from Wagner, and deep back, they've got Austin. They'll retrieve it out of bounds at the 5. They got a beat on him, and he's finally shoved down on the play.
Playing really well.
Gainwell the pitch, 1st and 10 after the punt. He tries to wheel outside. There's not much there. Rodgers in control. Wilson on the move. 2nd down and 10. Jalen Warren. An initial hit on the play by Turner. Finished off by Osai and a couple others as they combine.
Adjusting to the talents of what he has on offense.
Gainwell was the back. Bartanu with the block, and Rodgers will find the escape hatch. Can he get the 1st down? Yes, he can. Hits the deck. Slides into 2nd.
To be the scrambler and take off, so he's able to get the 1st down.
Gainwell was back there. Rodgers, that was deflected. It's incomplete. There goes a flag, too, out there. They were aiming for Austin.
Pass interference, defense number 29. Spot foul, automatic 1st down.
Severity of the wind and what it's doing with the adjustment.
Good point. 1st and 10. Gainwell the back into the near side. And looking for his tight end, another flag thrown. Coverage on the play by Jordan Battle.
They're going to get DK on a pick here.
Pass interference, offense number 4. 10-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
Penalty makes it 1st and 20. Gainwell the back. He'll get, it's incomplete. And in the vicinity was Dax Hill, another flag. 51 seconds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 99.
Miles Murphy.
15-yard penalty, automatic down.
Gainwell again out of the backfield. Jones the block at the left tackle. The muscular tight end Washington running roughshod, bulldozing, plowing. Wow! Catch and run. 31.
I'm going to say 270. I called him that earlier. That's a big man, and there's a stiff arm. There's a Derrick Henry for you, and then Geno Stone. You don't want any of that. Turner, you can try punching the ball out, but you're going to go backwards.
That's like a gnat hitting the windshield. Yes. Well, they began this drive deep in their own zone. 1st and 10. Gainwell. Nice block. Salomalo. And here goes the run for a 1st down. Brought down by Osai. Pittsburgh a couple timeouts. Tallumello with a nice block to hold off the rush. And they were going for Gainwell on the coverage by Barrett Carter, a rookie, and a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense over 58. Half this goal on first down.
And now they're at a 1st and goal at the 9 with penalties and big plays along the way. Gainwell, the back in the pitch. Held by Washington, the tight end with the block, and hit by Hill. Well, there was getting some help there from Chris Jenkins of Cincinnati. They've got 44 on this drive alone. Rodgers, 2nd and goal. Fautanu with a nice block to the end zone. Rodgers, and caught out of bounds by Gainwell. And back there with him was Newton.
Take a look at some coverage here. He's trying to go out to the right because that's where the bunch formation is, and then he's working his way back to the middle. There's nowhere for him to go with.
He is suited up for the first time as a pro. Gainwell the back, 3rd and goal, and Rodgers incomplete.
Field goal attempt.
25-yard try by Chris Boswell, and tack on 3 more. And Pittsburgh leads it 10-6.
Kickoff return comes out to that they're just going to take a knee to get it to half.
Here they go, and this will be Charlie Jones on the move, on the fly, and cuts outside. He's chased by Gainwell and wrapped up at the 30. Nice special teams with 3 seconds to go on your right.
I've been impressed with the defenses, the adjustments they've made, and how they've. And I think the wind has had a factor in it too, Kevin. I think the wind has been a big factor here in the first half.
So each team on their first possession got touchdown passes. Gainwell. And here is the kickoff to begin our second half. And Charlie Jones will take it. And driven out of bounds on the play. And Flacco with the 1st and 10. Brown gets the call. Big hole opened up by Mims. He's into the secondary. They can't even tear him down.
Watts in the middle of the line. Watts is the entire hole that opens up for him. Nobody even touches him. And he's able to get around to the outside as Porter tries to chop the ball loose and is not able to get it.
Brown has had 3, now 70 yards on the ground, 1st and 10. Flacco under duress. And they go outside, and Noah Fant is brought down by Brandon Eccles, playing the nickel. Flacco through the air, 11 of 18. Playing with the bad shoulder today. This is Brown, tries to cut. He does. He got outside of Porter and tries to wheel, and he will find room. Pirine is out today with an ankle. The pass protection missed there. So Brooks is in, the rookie, and he gives a block and a good one for Flacco, and it's incomplete for Higgins, who is tailed by Porter. It's 2nd and 10.
1 and 3. Their defense has given up way too much, but today the defense is holding their own.
Brown the back, 2nd and 10. Flacco to the air, and incomplete. Joe Flacco, top 25 all-time in touchdown passes and yards. Underneath, it's Chase. 2nd catch today, down to the 26. Drilled on the play by Eckel. And the wind is, your guess is as good as mine what the wind is going to do to it. And he drills it home. It's a 1-point game again. On a field goal of 43 yards by Evan McPherson. And Deshaun Jameson, elevated off the practice squad, is back there with Gainwell. And Kenneth Gainwell will take it. After the field goal by the Bengals, and upended and brought down by P.J. Jules. Snap from Frazier, the pitch, good block there by Washington, and outside the tackle made Mel by B.J. Hill after a minimal gain.
Missing some guys that retired after last season and moved on to other teams.
Warren on 2nd and 5, torpedoes up to the 35, hit by Oren Burks, gain of 3, 2nd and 2. Gainwell the back, 3rd down and 2. Rudolph in for the injured Rodgers is questionable, and to the air, and the backpedaling catch on a 1st down, Gainwell. He was picked up in the play by Oren Burks. Been on top in a game this year. Rudolph, 1st and 10. Running back was Warren. He'll make the catch. Swirling and grabbed by Battle. Read it well, lost it 2, and back to the Steeler 35.
Well, he has to make an adjustment. This ball's behind him, so he has to make an adjustment. If the ball's out in front, you see the leg gets caught underneath as he's twisting to the ground. That left knee, left ankle, as he's going to the ground by Battle. Take a look at it one more time. That left leg, see how it kind of gets bent underneath him. The ankle and the knee, but
Rudolph follows Hanu with a block and holding him off, and it's incomplete. And he was over there aiming with a third down and a long 11. Here they come. Salamo with a block and a catch made downfield. Grabbed right there by Roman Wilson. Banged out of bounds. He had a couple over there defending, including Stone and Hill. The catch and gain to the 47 of Cincinnati. 18-yard pickup through the air on third down and 11.
For Mason Rudolph as he delivered the first down throw.
Wilson had the touchdown reception last week. Here's the rookie, Caleb Johnson, who rams his way in, trying to get a block up there from the center. Frazier got to the 44 and picks up 3. Gainwell in motion. Second down, 7. Play action by Rudolph. And incomplete. The coverage by Hill. The pass intended for the tight end, Jonnu Smith.
It's one thing throwing on the sideline, but throwing with this wind.
Third down, and it was caught with a spectacular grab by Metcalf. Turner saying there was a shove and there was a flag. And the conversation. Second time he's been penalized today.
Yeah.
Pass interference, office number 4. 10-yard penalty, beat third down.
Yeah, the first pass interference was a rub router. I think the arms extended and the separation is what drew the flag.
3rd and 17. Underneath, it's Washington. Stiff arms his way into Stone, hanging on for dear life, and he leads him for a first down.
Well, we're going back to the third down conversion to Washington. He chips on his way out, little dump route. And then it's just a matter. Geno Stone comes up and he tries knocking that arm. You got two guys coming up that combined have about the same size. So
18-yard gain, Rudolph to the air. And underneath, Metcalf. He'll dance and drive and battle will get him. Another first down lunge or close to it.
Not successful and able to keep the drive alive.
Second down, 1. Metcalf again in space and then hit and brought down on the play with Roman Wilson in motion. And here's the rookie, Caleb Johnson, out of Iowa. And he's down to the 12. He's from Hamilton, Ohio.
Calling wise with Mason Rudolph.
Second down, 3, pitch out to Johnson. Tries to cut the corner around his ankles. He finds Hill and he lunges close to the 11. Live started back at the Pittsburgh 27. Couple of 18-yard passes through the air.
Metcalf's lined up in the slot.
3rd and 2, crumbling pocket, chased by Osai, chased by Murphy, and has to throw that baby away. Incomplete. 4th and 2. The defense of Cincinnati holds again. So here is a field goal try at 30 yards to extend their lead, and he belts that right through from 30.
In training camp or at the beginning of the season, and so now he's in position to be the backup to Mason Rudolph right now.
Charlie Jones inside the 10. At the 98-yard, oh wow, upended head over heels, and Jabril Peppers is the one to get him right there with a nice tackle, Mel. Injured week 2 against Jacksonville. Mel thanks Brown the back. Flacco 1st and 10. Blocked by Fant. Tries to cut and then brought down by Harrison. Flacco through the air, 12 of 21. Slings a pass. Yossi ball knocked away. Big hit by Ramsey.
And he's transitioned very well.
3rd and 10. Flacco with time underneath. Fant will dive, and he got the first down. Broke a tackle on the play. They couldn't bring him down on the initial hit by Pierre, and he was finally brought down. Cincinnati is coming off the bye at the 47. They've got some momentum now. 1st and 10. Brown looking for a block, cuts inside, got it from Fant. Also a lead block there from the center, Ted Karras. Flacco's thrown a touchdown pass today at 28 to Higgins. 2nd and 6 to the near side and brought in by Higgins again. He's tackled by Pierre. Pierre, who's playing in place of Slay, his 9th NFL start today. 1st and 10, Chase Brown. Bounces and then grabbed by Eccles and pulled down by Porter. Flacco 2nd down and 9. Brown the block, wobbly throw. Somebody got a hand on it inside as they were right in the line of fire. Deflected passes as any in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Duggar. He's got room to roam. There's a block.
It's the pressure. Watch the pressure coming here. Duggar's up here. He's going to drop into the middle of the field. Watch, you blitz, so all of a sudden you got man coverage, but Duggar is in a robber mode. So he's floating in the middle of the field. He's not assigned to anybody. He goes to the middle of the field. So when they go to throw the hot throw, when Flacco goes to make the hot throw to Higgins, right there, because it's not accounted for.
Extra point, Boswell. Minka Fitzpatrick was traded. They get Duggar in a deal from the Patriots day before Halloween. Pick six moments ago, 74 yards to the house, and here comes the ensuing kickoff. Flag thrown.
And you got to remember, Thornhill was starting back there. He was released this week.
Gone.
So, yeah,
Thornhill. Yes.
So a lot of changes on that back end.
10-yard penalty, first down.
Half minute to play in the third. He's got Brooks as the back. And here is a handoff. Make it Kendall Milton, who takes the ball, and there's just not much there. If they lose today, 3 games out, and not a lot of time left, 7 games. Back to pass, 2nd and 7, Flacco. And right on the screws, it's caught in front of Duggar by Higgins. Nice throw, that arm. There's nothing wrong with it, man. He may be 40, but it looks like he's 20. And the pass out to the 47. Gain of 22, first down.
Well, he's 40, and he's dealing with. But because of the score now here in the fourth quarter, you're going to see him have to start pushing the ball up the field more.
Chase Brown the back. 1st and 10. Underneath, it's Brown. And here he goes. We got away from Harrison, and then he was gotten from behind.
The ankle or something just kind of stuck in the ground there as cleats did.
Now here's a 2nd down and 3, and Chase Brown is grabbed from behind on a minimal gain, or Eccles rather. It's 3rd and 1. And here's the handoff, and it goes to Kendall Milton, and there's nothing there. He was drilled on the play. Hit by one great defender after another, Patrick Queen.
Well, now a late flag comes in, Kevin, and this is going to, instead of 4th and inches and a decision to be made, this is either going to.
For the number 1 receiver in the league.
Unsportsmanlike conduct by both teams. Defense number 5, offense number 1. They both count to the first with regard to disqualification.
Ramsey on the Steelers and Chase. 4 defensive backs. They just took out Eccles. Flacco to the air. Feint drilled on the play by Duggar. Ramsey has been ejected. Rodgers is out with a hand injury. 2nd and 5, Flacco to Brown. He'll try to pierce. There's not much there. Queen had the initial hit, and they block him up in the middle. Another hit by Wilson. Chase Brown is the back. The handoff, the hole, the first down as he twirls inside. Clark along with Wilson.
It's been a frustrating day for him in this passing offense.
Big day for the running back, Chase Brown, 90 yards, 15 carries in there now. 1st and 10. Mims a block. Flacco low and uncatchable and incomplete. First time in the red zone today. From behind, they got him. Herbig coming in, starting for Alex Highsmith. 6th sack of the season. And the first sack today for Pittsburgh. One of the best sacking teams in the NFL, number 2.
Herbig coming off the left side, off of Orlando.
Play game, offense, number 16. 5-yard penalty, till 3rd down.
Patrick Queen, the linebacker, is like 20 yards back in the middle of the field. They're just trying to keep everything in front at this point.
They need the 9, 3rd and 22. Mims a block, winding up, Flacco deep, and for Higgins, incomplete. Eccles. McPherson. And curls in good from 48.
Well, makes it one possession.
Yep,
yeah, makes it a one possession game.
8-point game. Remember, the Bengals earlier missed a 2-point conversion. So they put Kenneth Gainwell back there along with Deshaun Jameson, former Carolina Panther. And here is the kickoff, and in and out of the end zone. Mason Rudolph remains the quarterback. The injured Rodgers. Gainwell the back. It's 1st and 10. Gainwell gets the call out of the backfield and runs into Newton and out of bounds. Big friends off the field. Combatants today. 2nd and 3. And Gainwell will drive and hit the tackle of Oren Burks. Gainwell. And he tries to puncture that line, and he has. He's got the first down near the 46. Not today. Second down and 10. Gainwell the back, and we have a flag.
Play game.
Yep.
Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Gainwell is in motion. Quickly outside it goes. Here is Darnell Washington. And holding on again around that ankle is Dax Hill. And he's going to be dragged and get some.
Given the appearance of rushing 5, I'd be hard-pressed to think they're going to do that. They drop out into zone. Oh, my gosh, they let him over the top.
Gainwell, Washington a block and a first down run, staggering to the 35. What a block by the tight end Washington. And Gainwell followed it perfectly for a first down to the Bengals 35, a catch and run at 20.
I want you to keep an eye on Metcalf. He goes down the middle of the field. Both safeties actually sit at this first down. That's what got me excited. Kevin also wanted to see a chance over the top.
Caleb Johnson on first down. The rookie hit by Battle gets to the 32. They're going to go with 4 in the secondary. Second down and 7. The fake to Warren. Here comes Rudolph, and he's got DK Metcalf at the 20. And shoved out of bounds by Cedric Johnson. All right, thank you very much. Here, the clock down to 5:39. Letting it tick, eating up time with a 1-score lead. Here's the rookie running back, Caleb Johnson, with the stiff arm into Stone and galloping down the sideline. Flag was thrown.
Yeah, Stone's calling for offensive face mask.
Offense number 20. 15-yard penalty.
Nice one-handed snare. Got a block on the play from McCormick. Swerving inside the 10. Tackled by Battle.
Perfectly set up and perfectly executed. Watch when you get out in space. Now freeze it right when he catches. You're going to see the lane here. There is nobody there for him to go as he's just going to take off down the field. Great job of execution and timing. Gainwell able to get in the open field last time.
Gainwell is in there, first and goal at the 7. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. Washington a block. And they get a block there from Anderson and read well by Osai.
2 of the next 3 would be Baltimore twice.
Second goal. Gainwell breaks the tackle right there of Burks and goes in for 6. His second touchdown reception today.
Well, in Pittsburgh, after starting 4-1 and being 1-3 in their last 4 games, needed this one as well.
And Boswell will try to tack on another, and it doinked, it banged, and it fell in good. It counts. Round pick by the Eagles. He was in and part of that Super Bowl championship Eagle team a year ago. Now a first-year Steeler. And here's the kickoff return after Boswell boots it downfield. Charlie Jones on the return. 27-12 with 3.5 to go. He'll go outside, and it's caught here by Fant, and quickly on him. Eccles, the ball jarred free, picked up Pierre. He'll take it in. It is a touchdown. A second turnover touchdown by the defense. Watch it again.
One more time, the ball starts coming loose right before the knee makes contact. Pierre's there waiting to scoop and score.
Steelers lead the NFL in points off turnovers, and they got 14 of them today. 2 defensive touchdowns, 2 short touchdown passes to their running back by 2 different quarterbacks. Hard return.
Well, that was quickly confirmed.
Boswell's extra point. 34-12.
They realized, everything was kind of in their control, but here in the second half, the Steelers have taken over.
Keeping it in the end zone out to the 35.
Looks like in the fourth quarter they're doing that.
They had Brown in the backfield. Here's a 1st and 10 throw by Flacco, and a tackle made there by Wilson on Tanner Hudson, the tight end. It's Chase Brown on 2nd down and 3. And swallowed up right there by Cam Hayward, the 4-time All-Pro first-team selection. Steeler history today, and now is back in games played and back of Ben Roethlisberger. 1st and 10. It's Jamar Chase on the sideline and grabbed there by Porter and Russell to the ground. Coming up next, 1st and 10. It's Flacco. And underneath he goes. Hudson, the tight end again. Hit initially by Queen. Brought down inside the Steeler 30. And they built it this way to their team last night at the meeting. They showed them the standings. Here's what's at stake. Now their 7th loss. It's a second one for Flacco. Tipped and incomplete. Was it a second deflection? It was. By what?
Well, they're going back to that play they used earlier where they were able to slip out Brown from the back.
And Flacco has a 3rd and 1, 21-36, 189, a pick 6 and a touchdown. It's Chase Brown. And he is finally corralled and over there with the stop, leading the way Queen. Nickel secondary against Flacco, 1st and 10, and underneath they go. And it's caught again by Brown, and once again it is Patrick here on CBS at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 for Flacco. It's Tanner Hudson and getting away, squirming away from Wilson, and then brought down the Cincinnati Bengals. In the losses, the Steelers, the 4 losses, -6 in the differential. In the wins, and that's a pass overshooting the receiver. And Flacco again. To the air, 4th and 1, and Pierre got it, but was he in bounds on the pick? No, on the chalk. 5 seconds left in this one, and on downs it goes to the Steelers with the win. Nice play here by the young player who has, when he was undrafted out of Florida Atlantic.
Speaking of opportunities, Mason Rudolph, a heck of a second half for the Steelers.
Yeah, 12 of 16, 127, touchdown pass. He takes the knee, and that is all she wrote. The Steelers win it. For Trent Green, Melanie Collins, Gene Steratore, I'm Kevin Harlan. Good afternoon from Pittsburgh.